Hello and welcome to Your Call, a short little game developed by Hatoge, available on itch.io, and apparently it's about making an important call. I guess we'll see what happens. Bit of a content warning. It may contain a little bit of the disturbing elements. As far as I know, it's not really a horror game, but I guess we'll see. But viewer discretion is advised. Oh, here you go. I always say it before the game even just says it itself. But the following game contains content that may be sensitive to I can't speak. The following game contains content that some may be sensitive to based on their own past experiences. Oh, there you go. To be honest, most of the content warnings I see on itch.io is kind of like, other than over-the-top violence, usually content warning is like, this game might have a thing that like it makes you a little bit uncomfortable, It's like, to me, that's kind of the point, because otherwise I don't feel anything. Anyway, you're awoken by the sound of buzzing. You blink a few times before directing an empty gaze towards your phone. They've been calling you for a while now. Well, it's probably just spam. It's like, often I get are just robocalls, because nobody uses, unless you're like, I don't know, you schedule a call beforehand or whatever, or you're calling like a business or whatever, but otherwise, usually like it's just a scam call though, I feel like, it's just like, your Amazon package, like in the robotic, your Amazon package has been stopped at the international airline, please give us your credit card numbers so that we can fix it or whatever, give us your personal information so we can steal your information. So it's usually just, BS. Anyway, can I like, well, there's ... or we can pick up. What happens if we just don't do anything? What if we just leave it to voicemail? Eventually, the buzzing stops. Your gaze shifts across the room, searching for something to occupy your mind. At last, it gets caught on the slim table at the back of your small booth. Okay. Do we look on top or below? Let's look below. You have a look at what's under the table. Most notably, there is a convenience store bag that you brought in with you. You eat some of the snacks you bought earlier. They taste a little stale. Alright. Hello. Alright, well, your phone is buzzing again. What if we just ignore it again? It's probably just another scam call. I don't know. What's another scam call? The one I get here in Canada is often like another language. It's like Chinese. It's like something in Chinese or whatever. I don't know what they've been saying. I think something to do with like, you're under arrest. The police, please call back or the police will arrest you or something. Usually. That kind of scam. Eventually, the buzzing ceases once more. And its design, is kind of horrible because, the calls are designed to like catch like immigrants, right? Who don't speak English well. And so they think it's in their native language. They think, they're being caught or whatever, they're like illegally immigrating or something. I don't know. Which is kind of like bad because the people who do those calls are definitely not the police. They're just other criminals who like, they like catch people and like steal their money, or even worse, I don't know. Anyway, we stop. Well, we ignore the call again. What if we look on top of the table instead? I see a computer. What if you just browse the internet? No? We'll read magazines rather. There are a few magazine issues lined up neatly next to the computer. You spend some time flipping through every issue. It doesn't interest you much. No, not much else to do, I feel like. We looked on top of the table, we looked under the table. What else is there to do? There is other things maybe. And I keep looking under the table. for example? No? Oh, come on. I ignore it. I keep ignoring it. I throw the smartphone outside. I get a new smartphone. I block. Get wrecked, idiot. Block and report. And thus, I feel like there's no context for any of this, so like, this is just a typical day. You decide to run away. Great, and that's the game. That didn't explain anything, to be honest. I feel like I made the wrong choice because I feel like the actual narrative of the game has not shown through, through my actions. I just did random things that did not contribute to any kind of plot, so therefore, it's just very confusing. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Alright, so this time, let's pick up the phone. Hello? I've been trying to reach you for hours. I've been worried sick. I guess we apologize. You say that you're sorry. It's okay, I understand. Just tell me where you are and I'll come pick you up. Okay, fine. This is where I am. You explained that you're staying in an internet cafe somewhere in the heart of the city. I see, that's good. At least you're safe. Please, don't go anywhere. I'll be right on my way. Just text me where I need to go, okay? See you later. You start to type out a message detailing your current location. You end up deleting it. Okay. Oh, they're calling again? Hey, well, why haven't you sent the address yet? I apologize again. You say that you're sorry. Why are you apologizing? Are you avoiding me? I tell the truth. You confirm that you're avoiding them. Is it something I did? Yes. You tell them that it's their fault because you haven't showered for weeks and you're very stinky. No, I had no idea you felt like that. I'm so sorry I made you feel this way. But can you please just tell me where you are so we can have this conversation in person? Tell the truth again. You tell them the name of the street that you're in. Oh, I know where that is. I'm actually pretty close by. I'll be there soon, okay? But in the meantime, can you come outside and wait for me? Okay, I agree. You agree to wait outside for them. Good. Now be good and just wait for me, okay? After they've hung up, you sit in silence staring at your empty screen. Eventually, you put on your jacket and leave the cafe. As you're greeted by the cold breeze, you take a quick glance around. After you've made sure the air is clear, you start running. You're not sure where, just as far away from this place as possible. All you know is that if you don't hurry, they will find you. You round a few corners and finally lean on the wall, trying to catch your breath. Think about all the possible places that you could go. Where will you find refuge for tonight? Although you're worried, at least you're free. You're a bit late for an evening run, isn't it? Okay. So we say all the truth and like we tell them where they are or where we are. We end up running away anyway. But also we got found out anyway as well. Okay. It's an interesting thing going on. I have no idea what our relationship with this yellow text person is, but they seem, I don't know, like an authority figure? A parent? Possibly, but I'm not sure. Let's pick up again right away. There's gonna be a lot, I feel like, a repeat though, because this isn't really made in Rempy. Alright, okay. So we pick up the phone. This time, let's not apologize. We say nothing. I have nothing to say to you. What's wrong? Why won't you say anything? Please just tell me where you are so I can come pick you up. I lie. You say that you're staying with a friend. A friend? I didn't know you had friends in the city. Anyway, I think it'd be best if you came home for today, or at least let me meet this friend. I'll be on my way in just a sec. Text me where I need to go, okay? See you in a bit. You start to type out a message, coming up with an excuse to why you can't say your friend's address. But you end up deleting it. Alright? Why haven't you sent the address yet? I say nothing. Stop ignoring me. You're avoiding me, aren't you? I lie. You say that's complicated. What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? No. You say that's not their fault and things are just happening. I see. I don't know if you're just saying that to make me feel better, but I want to believe you. But you need to talk to me about what's going on. Can you please just tell me where you are? I'm really starting to get worried. I lie. I deceive. I use deception. You tell them there's some street in the city. That's where your friend lives. I'm not doubting you or anything, it's just... No, never mind. I'm a 10-minute drive away, so I'll be there soon, okay? But in the meantime, can you come outside and wait for me? No. Daga kotowaru. You don't agree to waiting outside. Why? You've been lying about your location, haven't you? I just don't understand you anymore. Why are you acting like this? I love you, isn't that enough? I know I've messed up, but haven't we all? Just think about all our beautiful memories, everything we've been through together. I made you whole, and you made me a better person in turn. You don't actually want to throw this all away, do you? Everybody else abandoned you, but I'll always be there for you. Please, give me another chance to prove myself. Please, give us another chance. Okay. We have a different decision here. I will be spiteful. No, you don't forgive them. Huh. That's how it is, huh? After taking you in, after taking care of you, after loving you. You're worthless without me. You're nothing without me. Good luck being on your own. I'll give you 2 weeks at most before you come crawling back to me. You smile. Got something to say? I block them. You hang up immediately and block their number. Feels weird. Maybe it's because it's the final dawn of a long chapter in your life, and yet you can't help but wonder, why haven't you done this much sooner? You're not sure whether you feel like laughing or crying. One thing is for sure. Although healing will take time, right now you feel incredibly powerful. As you hold on to this thought, your mind slowly drifts off into a peaceful slumber. You dream about taking on the world. Alright, there you go. This is how you break up with your ex. You just lie and say you hate them, and then you block their number. That's how it works. So I guess it's more like, it's just more like a romantic relationship, it seems like. Where things are not working out, I guess. Alrighty. Lie. I'll lie this time. Complicated. What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? No. Let's say this time to say no. Not their fault. Thank goodness, but that makes me even more worried. Just what's going on? Can you please just tell me where you are? I'm starting to get really worried. I'll tell the truth this time. I'll be there soon. Can you come outside and wait for you? Let's disagree. You don't agree to waiting outside. I see. It's quite cold outside, isn't it? Let alone dangerous. Just tell me the exact street number and I'll pick you up from the door. No problem at all. You'll tell me, won't you? You tell them the exact address. Thank you. I promise you, from now on, every day will feel like a fairy tale. I'll make sure nobody will ever make you feel sad again. As long as you stay with me, I'll make sure everything is okay. After you hang up, you close your eyes. You lean back and listen to the silence of your small booth. In retrospective, maybe you're being too harsh, you think. Talking to them has made you realize that you still love them after all. Soon, it will feel just like a bad dream, and part of you still wishes you never wake up. Okay. It really feels like, some kind of like abusive relationship. Vaguely abusive, I guess. I'm not sure entirely. Obviously, we don't know exactly what happened. But, again, it's like they're very controlling, they're very like, it's like a very like, how do you say? Dependent? I don't know what the word is. Like a very interdependent relationship, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, Like, it's like a relationship where you're isolated from everybody else, and obsessive, and very just not healthy, anyway. Alright, let's do it again. Okay. So instead of being spiteful, let's be forgiving this time. You forgive them. Haha, I knew it. You wouldn't betray me. You act all tough, but in the end, you're nothing without me. So now just be good and wait for me, alright? I'll forget your little adventure and make sure to spoil you again, so don't even think about pulling another stunt like this. Despite your better judgment, you feel like there might be a slight chance that things will turn out for the better. Although you know that in reality, you're just scared of the alternative. Okay. Again, very slight variations, but I guess that one is you forgive them instead of being spiteful. Yeah. How many endings is that? I think that's 5 endings so far, so 5 more. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else we can do. Like, I guess we can lie. Like, we can lie the whole time, but then do agree to, like, meet with them outside to, like, you know, play along. I don't know if it matters. Let's apologize. But then lie. We're gonna be sneaky about this, you know. Deception 100. Missing, instead of deleting it. Buzz, buzz. Have ignore me. No, we're not avoiding you totally. They didn't do anything wrong. And lie again. You know, so, alright, okay. So this time we're lying a whole bunch once again. Lying that we're staying at a friend's house and giving them the wrong address. They're asking you if we could wait outside. Let's agree this time, see what happens. Technically, we're lying even further, you know. You agree to wait outside for them. Good. Now be good and just wait for me, okay? After they've hung up, you sit inside staring at your empty screen. You take a deep breath. You tell yourself that it's okay. They have no idea where you are. Although you're still a little worried, you decide to get some shut-eye and worry about the rest tomorrow. There are many things that you have to deal with tomorrow, but just for the night, you've made it. Congratulations. You deceived them, you know? You passed the deception skill check. You basically lied to them the entire time. Alright, so that's another ending. Let's see. That's, I think, 6 endings so far, so 4 more to get, I guess. You got something to say? Alright, so this time instead of blocking, let's pick it up one more time. Fine, stay silent then. I'm honestly done with you, so you better come up with a good sob story once you come crawling back to me. Goodbye. They hang up. Okay, we let them hang up instead of us hang up. That's all. You feel a little shaken up, but for the first time in a long time, you feel free. Although even then, some doubts still remain. Healing will take time, but one day you'll be free for good. As long as you hold on to this thought, your mind slowly drifts off into a peaceful slumber. Alright, there you go. I think that's considered an ending, right? I'm not sure. I think that's considered an ending. How many endings did we get, actually? Again, it's 10 endings in total. I'm trying to remember now. It's really hard to remember all of these endings. I should make like a notepad or something so I can keep track. Yeah, technically, I don't know, because we kind of we sort of lied, but also told the truth about locations. I'm not sure anymore. If we chose forgiving again, it's just going to lead to the same ending. Choose spiteful is just, you know, the same ending I got before. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. This is different. Okay, we chose spiteful. So, okay, so this time I lied initially about staying in a friend's house, but then told the location of the street. And then, you know, and we're now spiteful. And now the person's laughing at us because I know where you are. You're giving away just a bit too much information, darling. See you soon. And then let's have a nice long talk. After they hang up, you stare off into the distance. For a moment, you think about running, but something tells you that's already too late. All you can do now is wait and scream. Okay. That sounds very threatening. All right, so that's an ending. So it's like you lie, then tell the truth, and then be spiteful. That's one of the other. So there you go. I think that's 8 endings so far. There's only 2 more. I'm trying to think. So they know now. Okay, come outside and say, let's agree. Usually, if I chose this option, though, the protagonist just runs away anyway. After hung up, you send signs staring at your empty screen. Eventually, you put on your jacket and leave the cafe. Okay. Oh, you don't feel completely safe this late at night, but you try not to think about it too much. Soon they'll be there to pick you up. They'll apologize and you'll forgive them. And everything will be fine. Okay, there you go. Okay, that does matter. All right. So in order to get that ending, you actually have to basically play into the fact that it's not their fault. Basically, I think the question in particular is when they ask if it's their fault, you say you disagree. I think that's important. But then you tell the truth about everything else, and you tell them where you are, and then you don't run away this time. I guess it's that. All right, so I think I know how to get the final ending that I missed. I think what you need to do is tell the truth initially where you are, that you are at a internet cafe, but then lie later, like give the wrong street. But then I think the final decision here is to agree that you'll meet them. You agree to wait outside for them. Good, now just be good and wait for me, okay? After they've hung up, you send signs staring at your empty screen. You take a deep breath. You tell yourself that it's okay. They have no idea which street you're in. Although you're still a little worried, you decide to get some shut-eye and worry about the rest tomorrow. There are many things that you have to deal with tomorrow. But just for the night, you made it. Oh, did you fall asleep? Telling me the wrong street. How naughty of you. Don't tell me you thought it'd be that easy. Oh, no. You need me. Okay, there you go. A little ominous there. But yeah, it's similar to the ending I got before, where we just simply lied about where we're at and then agreed to meet outside, but obviously they didn't have the right address, so they didn't find us. But if you are wishy-washy about like your location, then they find you. So that's, I think, the last variation of an ending that I missed. There you go. To be honest, I had to figure that out by diving into the game files. I had to open up RPG Maker MV and figure out, like, I got stuck because I'm not really, how do you say, I'm not very proficient, in the game engine at all, really. But I finally figured out that you need to go to the event editor, basically, is how you're supposed to do it, and then check the event. Hopefully the developer isn't mad at me, but I had to do it in order to figure out what variables I needed to change, or affect, really, to get that final ending. Because I was pulling my hair out, trying to like get that final ending. It's like really hard to like brute force it. But there you go. I think that's it for your call. Yeah, interesting game. I imagine the canonical ending's definitely the one where you break up with your ex, basically. And I think that's what the game is about, The game is like, it's kind of very mysterious and subtle, but it's basically about, the protagonist running away from like an abusive partner, basically. Some kind of like toxic or unhealthy relationship that they're trying to get away from. And depending on your choices, you either successfully do that or you end up being stuck with them, getting back together again. So I think that's kind of like the idea. I like how like dialogue is meant to be a little bit subtle as well. Like it doesn't give you too many details of what exactly happened, but you get an idea, right? Especially if you get all the different endings and all the variations, you can connect the dots and get a bigger picture of what's going on, right? So that's kind of cool. The art style is interesting as well, even though it's only like one image, really. I think it's made specifically for the game jam, only one asset, or only one of any asset. So it's like specifically made in that theme. But it looks nice, and I guess they also add a little wiggly, effect as well. For some reason that adds to it. I don't know why. I mean, it reminds me of Amori, Though Amore probably isn't the first game that did it, but it's just, I don't know, something about the wiggly effect is just nice to look at. It feels like, there's motion when there really isn't. But yeah. And what else? I mean, the only complaint that I have definitely is because it's made in RPG Maker, it's not very efficient in terms of a visual novel style game, right? Especially because there's so many different variations and different endings. You can't really easily go back and forth, right? Different checkpoints in RPG Maker anyway, at least, the way the developer did it. And I feel like it's a common issue that I have with a lot of visual novels made in RPG Maker. It's not easily navigable. Is that the right word? I don't know. It's not easy to navigate compared to something made in Ren'Py, for example, where there's like a skip option. You can save and load whenever you want. I don't know. I feel like it's just a common thing, at least from the perspective of like the player. I wish there was a way to do that. I imagine it's not very easy to do in RPG Maker. It is easy to do in Ren'Py because it's just a native feature. Anyway, but other than that, again, pretty interesting game. I mean, I don't expect any less from this developer. Actually, Hatoge has made pretty good games. I played other games by them as well. I believe one of the games was called Ruigi Sleepover, Sophia, Mistrick. If you check out my channel, then I have played plenty of other games by the same developer, and they make pretty good games, actually. I think it's pretty top tier, actually. So check it out if you're interested. But there you go. I think that's it for your call. I think I got all the endings, all 10 endings and whatnot. But yeah, I guess if you want to see more content, then you can click on that subscribe button. You can also check out other content on my channel. And if you didn't know, I stream these games live. So you can change the bell notification from personalized to all if you'll get notified when I go live. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.